Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F122 career mode campaign. This is my team, this is season 2, and we have come home to Silverstone. If you haven't seen the last one, I urge you to go back and check that one out. Before you check this one out, this is your last chance to do so before spoilers. And it was quite a strong result in Canada, despite not the strongest qualifying. So you know what? We know we need to improve on qualifying here. The pace was all but there throughout that race, and I feel like with another minor upgrade attached before we got to Silverstone, I think now we can really close that gap even further to the front runners. Like I said, the pace was all but there in the race in Canada. So let's see where we are here. And we are flying on this lap right now, to tell you the truth. Where have we gone? It is P2, just behind Lando Norris. And actually, we ended up P4 in that session. So, really strong pace. And that wasn't even close to my best lap round there. That was a banker lap. And Oscar Piastri making it through as well. But still half a second off. Come on, Oscar. I need you to push that bit harder. Right, into Q2. I've damaged the under tray just a little bit there. But you know what? I'm abusing Sector 2. I'm pushing it as hard as I can. And we've set 2 very quick sectors. I felt in the zone on this lap. Missing the apex slightly into Stowe. But as we head into the club chicane, I still feel like this is a decent lap. As we clip the second apex, Leclerc does a 28.4. What have we done? It's a 28.5. So only a tenth off of what Charles Leclerc did, and only 2 tenths off the fastest time. So, this is getting quite close. Piastri is out, unfortunately. But we're into Q3 now. And you know what? I think I can find just a couple tenths more as we now head through Sector 2 rapidly down the hangar straight then, pushing as hard as I can. We're going to head to Stowe and hopefully not miss the apex this time. Do we clip it? We just about do. We still run out a little bit wide on the exit, but that's fine. Into the chicane, giving it a bit more than I did in Q2, and I tell you what, this is looking very good. Where does this place us?
Excellent lap.
It's pole position! We take our first pole position of this career mode campaign. And you know what? That felt good. The lap just felt flawless. I don't think I could have gone any quicker than that if I tried. I literally just went all out on that lap. And it's 3 tenths quicker than Fernando Alonso. So we should be looking good for the race ahead. But for now, I'm just going to take a minute to celebrate my first pole of this campaign.
Great Britain then, one of only 2 countries to have held a Grand Prix in every year of the Formula One World Championship, extends that record further for today's Grand Prix. Straddling the border of Northamptonshire and Buckinghamshire, the 18 corners of Silverstone Circuit form the 3.6-mile beating heart of Formula One. It's been reinvented over the years with Turn 1, now the fast right-hander of Abbey, but the magic of racing is as strong here as it's ever been. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Joker lines up on pole position, and Fernando Alonso completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Lando Norris, and Sainz, Verstappen, Russell, Albon, and Pierre Gasly, Perez, Drugovich, Oscar Piastri, and Joe, Latifi, Magnussen, Yuki Tsunoda, and Sebastian Vettel, Stroll, Mick Schumacher, Ocon, and Daniel Ticktum. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat, Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching for as they go down into turn one?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn one as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
Here we go then. The formation lap is underway and the track temperature looks warm, and that may or may not play into some of the team's hands for today's race. So as all the cars reform the grid, the drivers will be hoping to get a strong start. They'll want to earn some valuable points from today's race, with final communications being done with their race engineers, ensuring their planned strategies are all in place.
Here we are then, starting from our very first pole position. Fernando Alonso right alongside the championship leader. Having had a few iffy races, he is going to want to come back here and come back strong and extend the gap. And I think that's Leclerc starting in third. He's going to want to do strongly too. The last car is lining up in position. We have 26 laps of the British Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go. Alonso's got a super jump on the line there. We've gone across, but it's too late. Alonso takes the lead. Leclerc goes wide into turn one and he's lost the place to Sainz and Hamilton. Hamilton trying to go around my outside. I'm not having any of that. And unfortunately, Fernando Alonso has got the jump on us on the start. Right, to my POV. It's lights out and away we go, and we just didn't get the best launch off the start, but Fernando Alonso flawlessly away into the lead into turn one. Maybe I could have gone a bit quicker and tried him on the outside, but we'll never know now. Hamilton going down the left, not getting through there. And Leclerc has lost a couple of positions off that start. But we're slotting into P2. And look at Alonso already starting to stretch his legs a little bit. Sainz and Hamilton are busy with each other at the moment. I wonder how that's going to end up. I think Sainz is going to get the measure of Hamilton. And I think he has. Yes, he has. Sainz has moved up into P3 then. And we're now watching from George Russell's POV. He was P8. So here's what happened to him. He backed off as Verstappen was going into turn one. And he's got a McLaren of Lando Norris slowing him down as well. Look at that. Albon going through. Perez is now going to go down the outside. Gasly is getting involved too. And the three of them are going side by side here. And I think Perez is going to have the advantage. But look at that. Three of them going for it. No, Russell's lost the position to Gasly as well. And Gasly's taken Perez. So it all went wrong for him here. Meanwhile, this is our teammate, Oscar Piastri. He's got the attentions of Felipe Drugovich right behind him. And Drugovich not letting that one go easy. Also, Perez has got back past Gasly, I've noticed on the screen. But we're now watching Drugovich and Piastri. And Piastri just holding off Drugovich, but he's now coming back down the right. Felipe's not giving up, and here comes Sebastian Vettel! To quote the iconic commentary moment, down the inside, look at them, 3 wide, going into Luffield, and Lance Stroll right there. This cannot end well for anybody. Vettel round the outside of Woodcote, Drugovich trying to hold the inside, Piastri losing positions to both of them. Drugovich sees Vettel off, Vettel goes a little bit wide, but now he's coming back at him into Maggots and Beckett's, and Vettel sees them both off. Wow, what racing we have here. Only a few laps into this British Grand Prix. There's Alonso in the lead, there's me in second place, and Carlos Sainz has decided he's got eyes on it. He's going to try and go down the inside. Going into Luffield, that move's not happening. I'm holding on to that one. I'm holding it out wide. Sainz, well, he went a bit deep himself and nearly went into me. He had to yield there. Otherwise, that would have been a crash. Right, P2 at the end of lap 2. So much wheel-to-wheel action we've seen already. And Verstappen is the driver setting the fastest lap time at the minute. Held up behind myself, Sainz and Hamilton. Right, lap 3. Here comes Carlos Sainz again. Is he going to try and get down the inside? No. He's now going for the outside line, but I've got the inside pretty much covered. Sainz is going to try and duck in and do the up and under. No. That does not work for him. And I think Lewis Hamilton now is going to have a go. And here he comes down the inside of Carlos Sainz. Lewis sticking his nose in there. But Carlos trying to hold the place. They go side by side into the last corner. And more wheel-to-wheel action here as Hamilton ducking and diving for a side to go. He chooses the inside in the end. They're side by side going into one. Nope, Hamilton's not through there, but he's going to take another dive up the inside, going into the right-hander. And Max Verstappen is hanging there behind, watching this unfold as we head on to the Hamilton straight. Him and Sainz are still side by side. Verstappen's going to take a look down the inside of Sainz. And you know what? He's going to take a dive down the inside of Hamilton as well. Unbelievable scenes here at Silverstone. We're only on lap 4 and the field has gone crazy. Verstappen not able to do the move into Luffield, but coming into Stowe, Verstappen takes P4 away from Lewis Hamilton. Oh my days, I need a breather. Right, out of the race is an AlphaTauri. I do believe that is Yuki Tsunoda, so unfortunate day for the Japanese driver. Right, we're watching Lando Norris now as he tries to line up a move on Carlos Sainz for P5. Down the outside of the hangar straight for Stowe. He's going to sweep around the outside. Is Norris going to get the position? Yes, Lando Norris up into P5. Meanwhile, we're back on my POV again as I'm watching Verstappen looking for a side to go. The outside, nope, doesn't work, and he has to back off. He's going to be under threat from Lewis Hamilton here, but I think Max might just have it covered, and he does have it covered. Onto another lap, and here comes another attack from Max Verstappen down the Hamilton straight. He's got alongside me. I'm going to try and cover around the outside of Brooklands, and I believe I have covered around the outside of Brooklands. Verstappen will have to wait before getting past me here. He is wanting P2 and he is wanting it now. I am making sure to assert my position on the inside down the hangar straight because he is not getting past. Verstappen on the outside, I'm on the inside. We're side by side now going into club. Who's going to yield? Verstappen has to yield as I brake much later. And I sweep across and defend P2. Right, lap 12, here we go. Another attack from Verstappen. He's going to try the inside again. He's got the space on the inside. I'm going to try and sweep around the outside, but it's not happened. And I've nearly gone into Max and I've gone off the track. Verstappen takes second. I've gone wide in Luffield, trying to recorrect too quickly. Hamilton is now alongside me. We're going to go side by side in Woodcote, but Hamilton with the better momentum, having not made a mistake and gone off the circuit. And that is 2 places lost in that one moment. But we have a pit stop coming up. And I was hoping they would stay out a lap longer so we could undercut them. No such luck. Hamilton and Verstappen both pit together. We're also going to pit as well, so it's down to the pit crew here to see what order we come out in. I believe Hamilton has got out in front of Verstappen and held Verstappen up. But guess what? We've got back past both of them in the pit stop. Our pit crew doing an exponentially good job there to get us up and out ahead of both the Mercedes and the Red Bull. And the battle for P2 resumes right here.
Why? What the fuck? What the fuck? What are you guys saying? Unbelievable, mate.
Apologies for some of the language you may have heard there. That is Max Verstappen letting us know his feelings in the way he does best, being very expressive as he does so. But the battle resumes and Verstappen will need to calm down if he wants to get anywhere near me and Hamilton. Right, lap 14. Hamilton going down the inside of Beckett and giving me a little shove wide as he does so. But Lewis Hamilton getting the move done. Excuse me. That wasn't very polite. And Verstappen now tucking in right behind me. He wants a look. I've got DRS on Hamilton. I'm going to try and cover Verstappen off as well. We have covered Verstappen off. But I want that place back, please, Lewis. That was a little bit rude. But we're now coming up to finish lap 14. Hamilton now up into P2. I am going to try and stay with him. Here's a replay of it. I went a bit wide into Copse. And that puts Hamilton alongside me into Maggotts and Beckett. Look at this then. Just giving me a bit of a shove. And Verstappen gets alongside. Don't ask me how I managed to cover that. Because even I don't know. But, yeah, not too pleased about that. But we're now back on the hanger straight. I'm going to have another look at Lewis Hamilton. We've managed to stay within DRS quite nicely. And look at that. We are going round Stowe. We've got a nice little run on him. I wonder is a dive up the inside of Club on. Down the inside we go. Hamilton turns in. We bang wheels. And now I'm round the outside. Hamilton on the inside. Side by side as we cross the finish line. I've got better momentum. I'm trying to force Hamilton right to the inside. And we sweep round the outside and take P2 straight back off Lewis Hamilton. And that is a great move round the outside there. You can see it again, just sweeping round. And Max just, well, flying wide to try and avoid a crash. I don't know what happened there. Did they actually touch? Let's ride on board with the Red Bull here. And was there contact? No, Verstappen just jammed on the brakes and went wide. And it's probably the best thing he did, otherwise there would have been a collision. Right, here we are on lap 18. Verstappen going wide. And this is going to allow Lando Norris a chance. He's been slowly moving forwards all race. Very, very sneakily. And guess what? He's here to try and move forward to another place. Down the inside of Verstappen. Side by side. Going round the right and the left. Into the right-hander here. And Lando Norris getting the place. But Verstappen not letting that happen. We're going to head on to the Hamilton straight and Norris round the outside, sweeping round and getting the move done. Verstappen's going to take one more look down the inside of Brooklands, but it is not happening here. Oh, it is happening, but Norris is going to have the inside of Luffield. These two staying side by side. How is this going to unfold? It unfolds in favour of Lando Norris. But meanwhile, we're starting the final lap. And there are yellow flags out in the sector behind us. What has happened? I think Verstappen has dropped out of the race. Here is Max Verstappen then, grinding to a halt. And I think someone's hit him. Someone has hit him. It's Sergio Perez. Perez has gone straight into Verstappen, who was failing. And both Red Bulls out on the spot. But no such drama for us though. It is going to be a first podium of the season. We got pole position. We couldn't hold on to the win, but we come away from the British Grand Prix with P2, our first podium of this career mode campaign. That is a hell of a good result.
It was a tough race at times, but they've held on to take a great victory for McLaren today. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I really feel the track layout combined with the track temperatures we saw today suited their car. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature, and the driver did a great job managing that as well. They just look so comfortable out there. It's like anything, it always looks so easy when it all just clicks.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance.
Right, let's calm down, take a breather, and dissect everything we have just seen here. What a race! Lots of action, wheel to wheel, drama,
here's how things look
and in the end, it is our first podium. And look at that, Oscar Piastri managing to get another points finish in the bag.
But there's no question in my mind,
securing P10 after the Red Bulls collided. So you know what, fair play, he secured a third point, but we're starting to get on the podium now. Come on, Oscar, we need you to find that bit more, unlock the great driver within you that we know is there. So we're going to do a bit more work developing Oscar, but it's a win for Fernando Alonso, and the championship leader extends his gap here. And given that Verstappen and Leclerc and all the drivers closest to him didn't score brilliantly, that is going to help him extend his lead quite nicely. As we now take a look to the drivers' standings, and the gap is now up to 34 points on Carlos Sainz, 44 points on Leclerc, and 52 on Verstappen. So, with none of them scoring particularly well here, that has really helped Alonso leap forward and extend that gap. But we're now sitting in P8, and you know what? That helps us in our fight with Alpine massively too. So that's a huge result for us there. And there's Oscar Piastri now on 15 points. Zhou Guanyu has taken his first points of the season as well. So impressive from him. And in the constructors, there you see it. We have now cleared Alpine by just that little bit more now. And we are, I think it's 18 points clear of them. And with our car the way it is, hopefully we should be able to extend that gap. And maybe as we develop the car further, is there a possibility of us having a look at the top four? It all depends on how development goes, of course. And of course how the races go. But anyway, thank you for watching this installment of Career Mode. Please don't forget to leave a like and hit the subscribe button for more content from me. And until the next video, guys, TTFN, ta-ta for now.